Hi, I'm here on the side of the exchange. In the 18th century, anyone coming into town or into the colony could come and meet with men gathered here to exchange currency, learn about the current exchange rates, and take care of anything else necessary to participate in the Virginia economy. This is an incredibly visible part of Virginia's economy, and it is literally in the middle of the street leading to the Capitol. This is just one part of the economy in colonial Virginia, though. Virginia was a colony, which means that Virginia was part of the English Empire. Free people living here were considered subjects of the English king, and goods that were produced here were often sent back to England. England maintained colonies to produce raw goods like lumber and tobacco, which could be sent back to England to be processed and finished before being sold both in England and throughout the English colonies, including the colony the raw materials originally came from. Here in Virginia's colonial capital city, we are surrounded by all sorts of people engaging with the economy every day. As you look down the street, you'll find trade shops, the market house, taverns, many of which are owned by women, stores, merchants, and people looking to spend money, make money, produce goods, and navigate and survive the economy. But as exciting as this part of the colonial economy is, most Virginians didn't live in the capital city. Most lived on farms where agriculture played the most important role in their economic lives.
Hi, I'm Ed Schultz. I'm Colonial Williamsburg's historic farmer, and the work that I do represents you, the historical you. Most people in the 18th century are farmers. That's free and enslaved. Over 90% of people. And their prosperity depends on this. The whole economy turns on the farmer. The things I actually grow here as a tradesman is corn is our daily bread. This is what we eat ground up. And tobacco, this is for money. And when the war comes, this whole thing collapses and we have to grow cotton for our own clothes. The tobacco is everything to the Virginia economy here. It is everything to making a living here. Now this plant here is getting close to cutting. It's about 2 weeks, maybe 10 days away here. You can see it here, the way it curls over. It's actually got a certain sound to it and a texture, a feel to it. Now when this plant is completely ready, what I do is I take my knife here and I cut it. This is just one of many processes that has to be done. So you hang up the plant and you'll cure it in a barn. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? After it cures, which is a drying process, it will look like that. This is money right here. Tobacco is all about three things. It's about land, it's about the crop itself, and it's about labor. So where did this labor come from? It comes from you, and then your family, and then it also has indentured servants. But that's a term of service, 5 to 7 years or so. And then they turn to slavery, which is for life. It's important for us to remember that human beings made this choice to turn to slavery. It wasn't a crop, it was human beings. Tobacco is an incredibly labor-intensive crop. There's all kinds of things you have to do, and everybody did these, from kids to adults. One of the major things you got to do is keep it from getting eaten. Looky there. There's a tobacco horn right there. If I fool around and don't pick them off, then that will eat half my plant here. The other thing that you do is you have to pick all the suckers off. Once you top it, break the top out, all these little suckers form here. And I'll tell you what, little hands are really good for this. See, I gotta bend over as an old guy, but if you're a kid, you're just the right height. And so you pull all these off here and just cast them aside. They're no good leaves here. You get rid of the suckers. Inevitably, once you've cut it and cured it, you've got lots of these right here. You've tied them into these beautiful hands. This is cured tobacco. The last thing after 13 months of work is you put thousands of these together and pack it in this hogshead right here. And this will be put on a ship and goes to England. You'll never see it again. So this is farming. Everybody did this kind of work that I've shown you today here. The labor, remember, is everybody. from little kids, say third graders or sixth graders, on up to my size, young and old. They're both free people and enslaved people. Everybody did this work here. It is the center of the economy of Virginia.